Love you guys. We are on video.
Yeah, we haven't done video before.
I like that you're looking in the camera.
Well, because I want to say hi to everybody.
It's good.
Hi.
It's good.
Okay, I'll look at Earl now. You like how I'm
tell,
telling everybody?
Yeah, tell them what you're doing.
I'm looking at Earl now.
I guess if you're...
Oh, there's another camera.
If you're on
Hi.
audio, you don't know where we're looking right now.
This is true. This is
but
true.
There is video, and you look beautiful.
We want to bring you on the journey.
Hair on point.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You never know.
You never know, but right now it's on point.
Okay, good to know.
I'm wearing a hat. Okay, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. That is from a Shakespearean
Sounded
play.
like you're about to do a rap.
No, not doing a rap. But we have talked a long time about Oneka's lies.
Know my heritage.
No, we have talked a lot about this. 23andMe, I think it was an episode or two ago. I don't remember.
We're back.
We talked about giving you the DNA test.
Exactly.
This is the moment that we're actually going to administer the test. This is not the moment that we're going to get the results of the test.
And
so
I'm
I know
not
some
a
people,
good test taker.
Some people are disappointed. Some people are
don't
disappointed.
Judge me, but it's about to happen.
You are, I wouldn't say a bad test taker.
Well, I'm just awkward because I like to be explained to. I want to know, tell me
Yes.
all the things. So
And you have little veins.
I do have small veins. So when I
Yes.
go to the doctor, it takes them forever
Big
to
heart,
draw blood.
little veins.
Little veins.
Yeah, they move around a lot.
They do. They're
But-
wiggly. I have to use a kid's needle, butterfly needle.
That's actually
So
that's actually
if you
true.
have a problem with going to the doctor and they can never find your veins, ask for a kid's needle.
And they don't usually believe us the first time when we tell them.
Nope, they don't. Till they jab me a billion times.
Yes.
But shout out medical professionals. We
Oh,
love you. We're grateful for
so
you. Thank you for
appreciate.
being on the front lines.
So now we've just learned to advocate for ourselves a little bit more and go, no, let's just start with the baby needle.
Right.
And it comes out, and we see
And it
little kids getting the same needle you
Yes,
get.
exactly.
Oh, okay, but we want to do the 23andMe.
Yes.
So we need this. So who's bringing that to us? Luke, you're bringing, okay. Yep, just walk in, man. Just bring it. Yep, walk with confidence. Good job. You're doing
Hi,
great.
Luke.
This is Luke. He's going to tell us. He's bringing us to 23andMe. There's a hi. What is that?
I think
That's the instructions,
fantastic.
Okay, great.
but you don't need those.
Tell us.
Because you're here. Because you're here.
You're here to save the day.
Ooh la la. That's literally what it
Oh,
says.
it does say ooh la la.
Okay. Now, they have not given us any, we've got no sponsorship from 23andMe.
No, we're just doing this
Not
right
yet.
now.
But we're hoping that this takes them to the next level and then we get free 23andMe's for everybody.
Wow.
Okay. All right. What are we doing here?
Talk to us, Luke.
Okay, so there's a fill line about halfway up this tube, and that has to be filled with your spit, to put it frankly,
I don't have that much
Wait,
spit.
all
I
the way
haven't had
up to
water
there?
in like an hour.
up to the black line.
That much
Are you
saliva?
sure? Did you read it a
No.
ton?
I
That
did.
can't be.
And then-
Oh, but listen, it doesn't go from the very bottom.
I don't know
The
where it
piece, see, it's only a little bit,
okay.
honey.
Okay.
I thought it had to go the whole way up, and this does look like a urine sample.
It
And
does.
The instructions did clarify not filled to like with bubbles. Like, that's what the instructions says.
How
full
do you
liquid.
not have bubbles in
Full
your
liquid.
saliva? Here we go,
So
y'all.
you're literally gonna spit into this?
And then the last thing I'll say, and then you guys can do what you got to do. is
Tell us.
Once it's to the black line, you'll close this piece and you hear a click, and the liquid that's in this tube will drain into the rest of it.
Okay.
And that's just a part of it. And then you can unscrew this piece,
Oh, this is complicated.
Okay.
unscrew that piece,
Got this, I'm tracking you. Tracking with you. Okay.
put this cap on.
Are your hands clean?
No.
Oh, gosh. Because aren't we supposed to be sanitized or something right now?
Did you not scrub
This
in?
is what we're gonna do. We're going to do the spitting, put the lid on, then Luke, we'll let you do these. We'll let you do these other parts.
And am I
after.
gonna-
Touch the tube after.
Yes.
But I don't
Yes.
think I'm going to spit on camera. I think what we'll do, or maybe if Cash or Lucas can put a beep,
Yeah,
and it
that's
like
right.
blacks out me spitting into it. I
That's
don't want to
perfect.
spit in front of everybody.
Okay, that's fine.
This is gross.
Let's go, girl. You got this. I
But
believe
how do
in
I
you.
know when to stop?
I'll tell you when to stop. I'll be watching you spit the whole time.
Okay, can I turn my back? I don't want to spit in front of everyone.
Sure.
Okay, it's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay. You turn your back.
Okay, I don't even know if I have this much saliva.
I believe in you.
Okay,
I've seen you spit so many times.
I want to have a cold.
Yes. I guess really, when's the time you ever go?
Yeah, I'm just going to spit right now.
Yeah, excuse me. Sorry to make
That's
that
so
sound.
disgusting. Okay, here we go. Okay,
Okay.
so you talked to the people
While you
I
spit?
turn my back spitting.
Okay.
Okay, here we
Let's
go. I'm turning my
Think
back.
about how gross mucus. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just saw it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my. This is not good.
I don't know when to
let's see.
stop.
Wait. You
Did I
spit
do
on the
enough?
chair?
No, I didn't spit on the chair.
Okay.
Did I do enough? That's so
No.
gross.
Nope.
This is disgusting.
You're doing good though. Hey,
You want me to keep doing this?
yes, you got to keep going because you're the one that's been perpetrating this lie for so many years, and we need to get the truth. You're doing a great job. Keep it going, honey.
I don't think I have any more.
Let me see. I think you've got more spit.
Oh, God, help me.
You've got you're more than halfway done.
That's it?
And there's a lot of bubbles. So for those of you who don't know, let me bring you on the journey. Oneka's been saying for a long time that she's 1/8 Chinese. She's been saying this since college. She's been saying, I'm 1/8 Chinese, it's my heritage, these are my people.
I think I'm done.
Which we
My
think
eyes are watering from all this is taking a lot out of me.
you're basically cutting weight right now. Okay, it's like
Do I need to do more?
a wrestler. Yes, keep on going. You're doing good. Dig deep. She just wiped her chin. Just wiped her chin with her hand. Okay.
This is humiliating. This is humiliating.
I'm not gonna make fun of how you're spitting right now because obviously you have not
done.
spent a ton of time
I
spitting
need to
in
be
your
done.
life.
Can I be done?
It's almost there. There are bubbles. If you can't look right here, guys. Can you
That's
see
gross.
that?
Don't show it, babe.
Oh, sorry. Okay, X that out. I think if you did like, I don't know, 3, 4 more.
I don't have 4 more in me. I can do 2 more.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Wow.
Why are you laughing? It's so gross. You're the one that wanted me to do this.
I didn't know. I
didn't
guess
know
I've
I was
never
gonna have-
watched you spit.
And I didn't know I was gonna have to spit into a receptacle. Keep talking.
Okay.
You're putting
Oh,
the
yeah.
focus on me.
So she's been saying this for years. So we just decided we're gonna take the test and we're gonna find out what's
done.
true,
I don't
what's
think I
not
can do
true.
anymore. I'm done.
2 more, just 2 more.
I don't have it in me.
One more.
I'm done. It's
One more.
plenty.
One more.
It's plenty. I'm
Actually,
gonna
there's a
drink more.
lot of bubbles.
That's okay. They'll dissolve.
Okay, so you're
Hopefully it's gonna say conclusive, not inconclusive. But
Okay.
I'm done.
So-
I haven't had water in like an hour.
I'm gonna
It's-
close this here.
We're closing it. It's happening.
I'm gonna close
My
this.
work is done.
Here it is. All right.
Ugh.
Closing happening right now. Oh my goodness, look at that. That solution.
This
just
proves
filled.
what I've said my whole life. I'm 1/8 Chinese.
No, this does not prove that. I'm gonna
It
pass
does.
this over to you,
The whole kit.
Mr. Luke here. All this stuff is now, it's in your hands.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you so much.
Here we go. I did it.
So, I thought you did a great job. You pushed yourself beyond your comfort
did.
zone. Let's talk about
I did it for the people.
Let's talk about you or anybody doing things that they don't want to do.
Oh, that's good.
Let's talk about that because we all have things that we don't want to do
Mm-hmm.
in marriage, in work, in friendships.
Yes.
Obviously, we're not talking about things you don't want to do as in abuse. We're not talking about those
No,
things. We're
no,
talking
no.
about things that you don't want to do as far as like, I don't want to spit in a tube. I don't want
Exactly.
to fill in the blank.
Right.
How do you get over doing things that you don't want to do? Because we all have those things in marriage. Matter of fact, name one thing in marriage you do that you don't want to do.
That I do that I don't want to do?
Yeah.
I don't love how instead of saying sorry right away, that I usually feel the need to tell you why I did what I did.
Okay. So even when you're saying sorry right away, which doesn't always happen because you're still working on this.
I'm a work in progress.
Yes, 25 years in, and I want you to know I'm going to extend you grace. I'll
Wow.
continue to extend you
Thank
grace.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. In your head, you still can feel like a fight going on. Like, let me explain this.
Because sometimes one of my number one needs is being understood.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes my number one need,
And physical touch.
oh hey,
Just kidding.
supersedes my desire to want to say sorry in that moment, which
Yep.
is not correct.
Yep.
But I believe if you only knew why I did that, then you wouldn't be upset, and then I would need to say sorry.
Yes. And
But ultimately, what I've learned and still learning 25 years in is you just want me to say sorry. You kind of don't care why I did it.
for sure. And it definitely can hurt when the explanation lasts, quadruple the time of the apology.
Are you speaking from experience?
Nope, never had this happen. I'm sitting there like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. What does this have to do with my feelings?
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
okay,
so
that's-
that's something I do that I don't want to do. Because that was how you asked. That's the
No,
question
that's
you asked
exactly
me.
right. And anything else?
That's my biggest thing, I would say.
I'm trying to think. There's something in the marriage.
I think that's like my top thing that's always under construction at different seasons in our marriage.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of something I don't want to do that Okay, when I was putting on your lashes,
During the pandemic?
Yeah, well, and then after
post-pandemic,
the
yeah.
pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to do it in that I wanted to serve you.
Yes.
I did not want
Just
to
time
do
out
it.
break. Earl learned how to apply my fake eyelashes because I wanted to have, I was not born with long eyelashes.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided I want longer eyelashes.
Yep,
So you can
which
go
is
buy
fine.
them at
That's
Target.
right. Mm-hmm.
So I bought them at Target, but I didn't know how to put them on. So then Earl learned how to put them on.
Yes.
And then you started to get good at it, but then you started to get bad at it.
Okay. That's not
Not
what
on
happened.
purpose.
No.
But they started being lopsided, and then I started to look like
No.
I had problems.
No.
Because I'd walk into meetings with lopsided lashes.
What happened was you were getting those fake lashes on. Pandemic happened. Oh, no. Then we were away someplace.
Yes.
You needed lashes. I didn't know how to put them on.
Right.
Contacted Ray.
Yes.
Ray then told me how to put them on.
And then you
Come
started
to
watching
find out-
YouTube videos.
Yes, but I was there is a lash for the right side and there's a lash for the left side.
Correct.
I didn't know this. There were times that I had put the left lash on the right side and the right lash on
Correct.
the left side.
Yep.
So it had a butterfly effect to it.
And our friend Sean, who is our friend and makeup artist, is laughing
Yeah.
in the background
Yes.
because she's like, really, Earl?
Yes. Well, Earl, I didn't know anything about lashes. You did not know
I
about
did not know how to
about
put
lashes.
them on. Yeah.
So here I am each morning, initially I was doing it with my fingers. And
Yeah.
I got these big fingers
Yep.
trying to put them. I don't know how many times I poked you.
And then Crystal
in the
said
eye.
you
That
need
sounded weird.
tweezers.
How many times I poked you in the eye?
And Crystal needed taught you about tweezers.
Then I learned about tweezers. So then you grab tweezers, you got to put the glue on the tweezer, you got to put the glue on the eye until we found out about a new glue that I didn't have to put the glue on your
It was a
eye
pencil
anymore.
glue.
Yeah, I could just put it on the lash, and then where to put it on the kind of the inside of the lash towards the outside of the lash.
But it
and
wasn't working.
Yes.
What's your point?
My point is,
Talk to me.
I had to keep doing this every day because you could not
I see
do
the
it.
passion. You're
And
you're still upset about it.
Well, I'm upset
Let it
that
out, let
you're
it out.
rushing me when I'm sharing something that every single day I did for you. Every day. And you'd never learn how to put your own lashes on.
No, you served me that way.
Yes. So it was difficult because you are expecting me to be like a makeup artist.
Right.
And I'm expecting me to be a makeup artist.
Right.
But we all know I'm not a makeup
Right.
artist. So it became something I was like, okay, Earl, lock in here.
But then
it created a level of
Tension
stress
in our
the
mornings.
morning. Yes.
Because you're trying to serve me, so you can try to serve your spouse or roommate.
Well, you know when
or,
you're trying to serve somebody, but they're still kind of bossing you around. So that's what was happening. She's like, no, which I get because it's your face, right? You don't want to have
Well, I
whack
was like
lashes.
in meetings and my
and
lashes would be falling off mid conversation with people. Literally, I would be in a pastoral care meeting, sort of sharing their heart about what's going on in
That's
their
true.
life.
That's true.
And I would have droopy lashes
Yeah.
or one on the side of my face.
One would be kind of, it's a weird thing to be in a meeting and your lashes on your cheek.
Yep.
Right, it's like,
Especially when someone's sharing their heart.
yeah, all of a sudden you're just talking and they're like, your lashes on your
I
cheek.
looked unhinged.
You look unkept.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Which, hey,
But I want to say in front of everyone, thank you, because I can tell it was a sacrifice, and I can tell that you don't feel affirmed by your lash application season.
For sure I
So
do
I
not.
want to affirm you in front of everyone and say thank you for over a year, for every morning, even when I was running late, stopping what you were doing and applying my lashes, even on days when I was not grateful.
you know what? I appreciate you saying that. That actually is healing.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because it was.
I
I
can
would
tell.
say abuse.
Earl.
It was definitely aggression. It was
Well,
definitely aggression.
Yeah.
So, but
Well,
I'm
this is
going to
my
receive
advice.
it. I'm
This
going to
is-
receive it.
So I honor you.
No, here she is explaining. See, she
No,
just
I'm not explaining. I
Uh-oh.
was going to have a moment where
relapse.
if you are serving your spouse or your roommate or your boss or whoever,
Well, you better not be serving your boss putting lashes on.
I'm not serving anyways.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is I do think you have to do it with the right spirit.
You do.
Because if your spirit's not right or your heart's not in it, then the person that you're trying to serve feels that frustration or smells the bacon on your hands if you do it after you make bacon. No, I'm not naming anyone's name right here.
There were times I did
Make turkey bacon.
Make turkey bacon and then apply lashes with the same fingers without scrubbing.
Exactly.
But
So,
in my defense,
I had the impatient.
I had to eat.
I had the impatient turkey hands in my face.
I had to eat, and you needed lashes. So I'm just multitasking at that time.
Yes.
So
it's yeah. But all that to say, you did what you did not want to do. But there came a time where we realized that the grace had lifted for both of us.
yeah, for sure. It was, well, there would be too many times we're running late.
Yeah.
And then I got to get the lashes on, and then the lash glue would not be working quite right. So that was a long time on lashes. And hopefully you learned some lessons there, everybody, about a little bit about our marriage. And I do appreciate you saying what you said, because I do feel affirmed. And
I don't know very many husbands who would take the time to put their wife's lashes on.
Thank you for saying that. But also, I think in your heart, I always knew in your heart you were thankful.
I was, and I still am.
But to express that gratitude, definitely, I appreciate that for sure. So
I throw up my hands, praise you again and again. Gratitude.
Yep, that's the song. We love it.
I have a gift of singing. It's not really a gift.
Anybody have a tissue? My nose is running a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm about to wipe it on my... I have a pink sweater on right now.
Are you cold?
Yes, I'm freezing in this room.
So sorry.
But it's cool. It's all right. It's all right. We switched up the place that we recorded.
Yes.
Just to kind of switch it up
Just to shake it up and to do video for fun.
Just to do video and see. So we're going to do it in another location.
Let us know if you like the video.
Yeah, let us know if you like video or don't like video.
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting going back to doing things we don't want to do.
Right.
Because we all end up having those things at work, in marriage.
Right.
How about doing something you don't want to do because it makes you uncomfortable? Can we talk about, say something like couples we know deal with, like sex?
Okay.
Say a couple is like, oh man, the only thing we ever do is, just bring it on over here. Thank you so much. I'll take that. Thank you, sir. I'll take two. Thank you. It takes two to make a thing go right. Talking about takes two. So, say you hear couples, you've been told your whole life, honor God, wait for God, or maybe haven't been told your whole life. You didn't know about this, and you hear, save yourself from marriage. Let's wait till become husband and wife, and then that can sometimes create in a mindset like sex is somehow bad, dirty, wrong. Well, we know God is the one that made sex. It's not bad, dirty, or wrong. Mm-hmm. God just asked for it to be done in a certain context. So you come into the to being husband and wife, and to get. I'm not trying to be too risque here, but these are all adults that are listening to this. But you come in, and you're like, you know what? I only like missionary, style, and then your spouse is like, well, that's awesome. Can we try anything else? But you feel uncomfortable. How should a married couple deal with that? I have some thoughts for sure, but I know you would have some great, great wisdom on this, because I think this is a really like a practical for a lot of couples. Now, if you are dating, this is not the discussion we want you, we don't want you practicing this yet, okay? We're going to encourage you to honor God, to wait for marriage. It will work so many wonderful strengths, build your character in such beautiful ways. It's not just the issue of don't do it. It's an issue of, can you honor God when he's asking you to say no and you want to say yes? Because if you can work that muscle during your dating and engagement time or even single time, it's the same muscle that you will need later when other bigger things come your way.
Correct.
So that's just a quick little side note.
And we have a couple podcast episodes about that same topic.
So what do you What do you suggest? How
Yeah,
does
I
that
say a
couple
lot.
navigate that?
Yeah, I say a lot. I think a couple things. One is when you're engaged and you go to premarital counseling, I think that that's a healthy conversation of expectations
That's really
to
good.
have with a mentor couple who's gone before you, who you trust. So that way, going into marriage, you're same page about what your expectations are.
That's really
I think
good.
it's also important to do a detox or counseling or therapy on if for some reason, if you have a background where you don't feel comfortable sexually because of either A, something that's happened to you,
Yeah.
God forbid,
Yep.
or B, a relationship that you're in where you were not handled with care.
That's right.
Because all those things then enter into your marriage relationship.
Yep.
So I think you have to start there. And I think most people don't start there.
Agreed.
They start on the playing field, if you will, and then they discover
Yep.
that their past
Wait,
plays
wait,
a huge
wait,
part
oh.
in their present. And so I would say
You end up being shocked by many things that you don't have to be shocked by.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then the other thing I would say for both spouses is just make sure each person in the relationship feels cared for, feels cherished, feels peaceful, feels special and honored. Because if you don't want to try something new, but your spouse wants to try something new because of something inappropriate they've seen on a device, then that makes the other spouse not feel cherished and loved. So I think it needs to come from a pure place.
You hit the nail on the head.
So I would say it's a very
I feel like
complex.
honor is a huge
Yeah.
word. That's right where my brain went. I love the other things you were talking about, like
Yeah.
during the premarital counseling and everything. But the honor, to understand that sex is a gift given by God.
Right.
It's a beautiful gift that he's given. But he did not give this gift to lord over, beat somebody else over the head with.
Right.
He gave it so that we can learn to serve
Yeah.
each other. We can learn to lay down our lives for one
Exactly.
another. So you have to enter sex not with, I'm going to get mine per se, but it's how can I actually serve,
Yeah.
give, bless, honor, love, lift up someone
Exactly.
else, not just try to lift
Yeah,
up
and
myself.
then-
And then you talked about, I really want to hit on this,
Say it.
like the pornography or
Yeah.
some past relationship where you saw some things or experienced some things
Yeah.
that you're trying to scratch a kinky itch, right? And that's a weird word, kinky.
is a weird
but
word, yeah.
I saw you not wanting to laugh, but the word, it's like Rick James, it's just kind of like super freakish.
Yeah.
So when you have something you've seen that you're
Right.
like, oh, I want to try, and you have to fight to make sure that stuff comes from a pure place.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to connect with my spouse. I want to serve with my spouse. Obviously, we're not bringing other people into the relationship
Right.
at all, but we want to make sure we're not trying to create a fantasy that fuels lust. Because
Right.
lust is about getting.
Right.
Want to make sure we're trying to introduce something that's going to encourage love,
Right,
which
right.
is about giving.
Beautiful.
And I just think it has to come from that right place. You want to try new things? Awesome. That's healthy. That's wonderful. But you talk about it, you connect about it,
Right.
you come from a place of honor, and it's got to come from a place of love,
Right.
not a place of lust.
Exactly. It's beautiful. And I hope it's helpful to some
Oh,
friends.
I hope so too. What other thoughts you have on that?
I was just going to say, walking the journey with other couples who are older than you,
Yeah.
who have a healthy sexual relationship that
Yeah.
you can grow from and learn from. Husbands having some that you can say, hey, I'm walking through this. Am I crazy? Is this normal?
Yeah.
I respect you. How do you navigate this with your wife? And then wives, these are some feelings that I'm having. Is this healthy? Is this normal? And making sure you're walking this out, not by yourselves.
Yeah, I remember, this might be get too personal here. I won't bring everybody to the present day. When we first got married, I forgot, wasn't it like, you were like, oh yeah, sex, we can have it once a week or something
Yes,
like that?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, wait, once a week? That's not enough. I'm thinking like 7, 9. And you're like, that's too many, which I wasn't thinking that high a number.
Right.
But it was definitely like, we were not on the same page,
Right,
know?
right. Yeah.
And you're just like, no, I think that's plenty of times. And it took you connecting with one of your girlfriends, Millie,
Yes.
whom we love so much. I love Corey and Millie. And then you were talking to her about it. And what did she say to you?
I just remember she was saying one time is not often
She was
enough.
like, wait, what?
And we didn't have kids either, so.
No, we did not have any kids.
Yeah.
So kids definitely can change
They
the
do
game
change
for
the game.
sure. Lock the door, okay? It's a smart thing to do. Make sure your door is locked when you have children. We'll do another podcast on kids and all of that dynamic.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun one. So I know we're 25 minutes in or 26 minutes in on this one, but I do remember you having the willingness to learn from somebody else who was ahead of you to say, hey, okay, I'll make this adjustment. And you totally did make that adjustment, which was, thank the Lord for it. I appreciate it, you taking that step, but you just were willing to learn.
Right.
And I remember me learning even about your hair when we were first dating, because my mom went to, where did she go with? Like CVS or whatever to get a perm kit, and for those of you who don't know what a perm is, well, do I have to explain it?
Well, I think you do have to explain it.
Okay, so you don't have to get a perm.
You can get a perm for your hair to be straight, or you can or for your hair to be curly.
Yes.
In my case, at that time, I was wanting a perm to straighten my hair.
Yes. So she no longer gets perms, but when she did get perms, you've been getting perms for how long?
Yeah, I stopped almost 10 years ago.
I know, but when you were
my whole life.
Yeah, like you were a kid.
I started off with, there's this thing called, I've talked about this before, a hot comb.
Yep, we talked
or
about
it's
that.
called like a press and curl. And that's what I used to when I was little. And you go to the salon and there's this comb that's hot, and they heat it up on this like burner, and then it straightens your hair.
Okay.
But
press and curl just sounds so much like Coming to America.
It does. It is. It is. It should have been in part 1.
Yep.
But then I went from that to a relaxer, which was another form of straightening my hair. And then from that, now I just use, my hair just uses a blow dryer and a flat iron.
Yeah.
But
it costs money in the beginning, and I was like, we're not spending money for you to get your hair done by a hairdresser.
Right.
My mom, she used to go to the store, get that little packet, do the hair at the house, and I think it was like $8. So that's what we're going to do. And you were like, no, I've been getting my hair done forever. And I'm like, no, that doesn't work for the budget. We're going to do this other thing. And I had a mentor, Uncle Keith, I think is the one I talked to. And he was like, no, a woman's hair, that's important to her. You want to figure out a way to lean into your wife that way, figure out a way to serve her. And this is going to be something that you can do that's going to help her feel loved and seen. Then do that. And I went, okay. I'm glad he, was there in my life, because I'm just thinking, I'm going to dig my heels in. But again, we're just all growing and learning, and we didn't know nothing then. We know a little bit more than nothing now, a little bit more, but I still feel like we got a long way to go and a lot of
I feel
learning
like
to do.
relationships are similar to raising kids, where you're never done.
No.
We have a 17-year-old who's about to be 18. We have a 12-year-old and a 7-year-old.
What a gap.
There's a big gap in between each of them.
What a range.
And they're phenomenal.
Yep.
But we're still learning and growing and evolving. And we're forever going to be parents, which is such an honor.
Yeah.
And then same thing with husband and wife. We're still 25 years in, learning each other, growing, being stretched, evolving, changing, doing it great, then making mistakes, saying sorry, then having a blast. I mean,
saying sorry, then explaining it. Putting on lashes, having them fall off.
Exactly.
Making bacon, putting it on somebody's eyes. We're doing it all at the same time.
But I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
Hey, me either. That
you.
is the truth. What a blessing it is to have you in my life. I love you so very much. I know we got some more stuff we can talk about, but why don't we close this podcast now? We'll shut this one down. Do another episode on video. Let's do video once again. And let's just keep the party rolling.
I love it.
Hey, we love you all so very much. We've been praying for you. We're in your corner. I'm looking at a camera now too. I guess we can look at this camera over here, honey, because this one is the wide shot, I think. So there's even one that's moving right now.
Oh, yeah. Do I look at the moving one or that one?
I think either one. I mean, which one? Do you want to look at the moving one and just kind of move slowly with it? I don't know what we want. I feel like it's kind of putting me to sleep a little bit. Wow. That's moving so slow. That camera's good. All right, but the other camera, we love you so very much. We are in your corner.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you for hanging out.
I hope this strengthened your relationships.
Yes, no matter where you are on the journey, single, married, teenager, older person, wherever, we are cheering you on, praying God's blessings on your life.
1/8 Chinese, let's go.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Bye.